Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be answering probably the #1 question that we get asked here at Dirt Exhibition, and that's going to be, I just bought a UTV, right? My first side-by-side. What do you guys think I should put on it for accessories? So what we did was we went ahead and we put together our list of the first 5 accessories that everyone who buys a side-by-side or UTV should purchase. Let's take a walk, guys. I'll show you some of the stuff I got on my Turbo S. So the very first thing that we got here, guys, is front bumper. One of the very first things you want to add to your machine anytime you get it is you want to add a front and a rear bumper. Now, bumpers are obviously going to do a little bit more than look cool. They're going to give you a little bit of protection in the trails. You know, I mean, this bumper has a couple of marks all over it just from deflecting trees and other things you come across. Take a walk around, I'll show you guys the back bumper real quick. I went with the black. Now, there's a lot of different manufacturers. There's a lot of companies that offer a lot of really great products for these machines. I chose the Polaris OEM stuff for this machine. I feel like it fits the machine really well. I like the lines on it. And I also didn't want to pick an aftermarket one that may have interfered with the cameras, because this machine actually comes with a backup camera right from Polaris, and it comes set up with a camera, or it's set up and ready to add a camera to the front of the machine as well for rock crawling and things like that. #2 accessory that we think that every UTV owner should purchase, and that's going to be a winch. Again, this winch right here is OEM Polaris. It's a 4,500-pound winch with a synthetic cable. And again, a big reason why I chose this bumper winch setup is because they're both Polaris, they're both OEM, and they work together. So the winch actually sticks out off the front of the machine, and the bumper bolts down on top of it. For #3, right? This is something that really should probably be #1. And again, these items we have here, guys, it's the top 5, not necessarily in order of importance. So what I want to show you guys is I want to show you guys these Polaris harnesses that I installed. So this machine comes from the factory with a set of harnesses in it already, but the ones that it comes with are not retractable. So these are actually a harness where both sides are retractable. So if you guys have ever been in a machine before wearing a set of harnesses, you may have noticed that once you get those things on, they're so snug that you don't really get a whole lot of movement, and it makes it difficult to look behind you and see what's going on. So again, another reason why I love these Polaris harnesses. Real easy to operate, real smooth. At the end, I'll actually get inside the machine and I'll show you guys how easy it is to move around inside. #4, this one is super important, and this is going to be this windshield here. Now, different ATV and UTV manufacturers offer a variety of windshields, and there's also a huge quantity of aftermarket options that are available. Again, for this machine, we chose to stick with mostly Polaris OEM stuff. So we got the Polaris half windshield here. This is a poly windshield. It's very scratch resistant. And one of the reasons why we chose the half windshield versus some of the other options, like maybe the full windshield, is this windshield is big enough that it blocks most of the wind. You actually see this little lip that they got right at the top here. Keeps most of the crap out of your face. But up here in New England, it can get real muddy. So we chose the half windshield because even when the bottom half of this windshield gets mudded up, it still allows you to peek up over the top of it. Versus the full windshield, because if you had a full windshield on here, guys, and you start getting it covered in mud, then it makes it difficult to see. You got to slow down, pull over, clean it off pretty often. So again, it's going to depend on your side-by-side, and it's going to depend on your riding conditions. All right, guys, #5, and my personal favorite. I'll take you guys back inside the machine real quick. No RZR or side-by-side is complete without audio. For this particular build, we chose to go with the Rockford Fosgate Stage 5 kit. That kit actually offers 2 speakers down low on the floor here. I'll see if you guys can see them. It's got a 10-inch subwoofer mounted up underneath the dashboard, which you really can't see. But this one actually, you remove your glove box, and your glove box is then replaced with this massive subwoofer box to house this insane 10-inch sub. And then I don't know if you guys can see the pods up here in the back. But again, anyone who knows audio, whether you're talking side-by-sides, marine, anything like that, you know Rockford Fosgate is the #1 name in audio. So when I actually first bought this machine, I started out with some of the MB Quartz Polaris audio, and it worked really well. But at the end of the day, I had a friend who purchased a Stage 5 kit from Rockford Fosgate, and I was like, you know something? My radio sounds great, but his just sounded a little bit better, and it hit just a little bit harder. So I decided that I had to go out and get the Stage 5 in mine. I'll fire up the machine real quick, guys. We'll see if maybe you can hear it. I'll throw these harnesses on too, just to give you guys a quick look at how easy they are. So again, these things are super comfortable. There's a lot of adjustability, and most importantly, I can actually lean all the way forward so I can maybe look out, check behind me, look over my shoulder, make sure my buddies are still there. Even though, let's be honest guys, if they're there, great. If they're gone, whatever, that's their problem. Get back over the radio here. Oh, another thing that I want to mention to you guys is I actually chose to use the Polaris Ride Command head unit to control my audio. Now, when you deal with Rockford Fosgate, they give you the kit so that you can run your radio off of this head unit, or it allows you to use a Rockford Fosgate PMX, which is a standalone unit that can mount either down on the bottom of the dash or up top here if you don't have the Ride Command screen. But again, the screen's nice, definitely something that you love to have, so I wanted to integrate my system into it. All right, guys, real quick, before I let you go. There are a couple things that I want to mention real quick. 2 things that didn't make it onto our list, and that's going to be this Polaris OEM lower door kit and this Polaris OEM roof. And the reason why we didn't include those in our top 5 accessories for this particular machine was because Polaris actually sets you up when you buy this machine from the factory, and they give you these lower doors, and they give you this roof. But we know that a lot of side-by-sides, a lot of manufacturers don't offer those. So if your particular model didn't come with lower doors and a roof, make sure you make that a priority on your list. Guys, that's it. I'm going to leave you with that. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed the video, if we added some value here, hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and if we missed something, let us know in the comments. Thanks, guys.